The following Best of Central Florida program is sponsored in part by the Winter Park Train Station, the Rose Plantation, the Wine Room, Stumpy's Hatchet House Orlando, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
Welcome to the Best of Central Florida. So excited about this episode. It is Best Romantic Night Out. As always, the lovely Makaila Nichols joins me. Hello, Makaila. How are you?
I'm great.
What is a perfect romantic night out for you?
This and everything else we're about to do.
We're actually here at the Wine Room on Park Avenue, one of our favorite places to visit for wine and food. But we have some other awesome stops as well today. Different types of things, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's literally the best night out.
I like to do something. I love wine, I love food, but I also like to do things as well. There's
Like
so
an
many
activity?
An activity, yeah, that's a great word.
Yeah.
A simple word.
To
you
do
think,
things.
But,
He likes to do
it seemed
things.
Brilliant to me. I'm going to send you on assignment
Yes.
for the first time ever, maybe this episode?
Yeah, it's not the first time, but that's all right.
When have I other
In the past.
times?
It's irrelevant.
I've seen you on assignment before?
Yes.
Well, I'm so excited. So what do? You're in love with someone. You want to show them a great romantic night out. We're going to show you exactly what to do as Best of Central Florida continues. As we embark on a new year, you embark on a new fitness journey. Do yourself a favor and visit our friends at Winter Park Train Station. Husband-wife team, Eric and Kimberly Morgan. Guys, welcome. How are you?
Great, thanks.
Describe the vibe. It's a comfortable one, I know that, at Winter Park Train Station.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's welcome, every demographic, every age range. I think one of the biggest things that would set us apart was for like anti-Globo gym. Like we're just not that. You will come in and feel comfortable right away. You'll know where your place is right away. It won't be this, that person has their shirt off over there. That person,
I don't like
it's
that.
a very comfortable environment, and I think that's particularly unique to us.
Who comes to see you?
Every age range,
Really?
every age range. Before I came here, the last two clients I had were 70. Two neighbors that work out together, two guys, they love it, and they're just trying to get fit and get back out on the golf course.
Oh yeah, golf course, very important.
Yeah.
And what do you do there? Is it just personal training? Do you have classes? Describe the scene.
Yeah, it's mostly personal training. We're really focused on strength and conditioning for all ages. We have a foundational kids class that's, hey, kids doing push-ups, planks, squats, learning how to run, working on running technique. That carries into sports and stuff for them too, so that's a big part.
A new gym can be intimidating, of course.
Right.
Family run, great environment. Describe the environment that you try to create there.
A happy one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like every time someone comes in, we all say hello, every trainer says hello, and then when everybody leaves, we say goodbye. And most of the time, I'm hugging people on the way in and on the way out.
One size does not fit all when it comes to your fitness. You really personalize a program for your clientele.
Absolutely, and that starts from the day that they come in. Very note-taking, lots of notes, hearing from them, going back and forth, and making sure that they're getting exactly what they want instead of something that I'm putting on them.
I think that's super important. Someone comes in, doesn't know exactly what they need to do to find that fitness. That's
Right.
what you do. Keep up the good work, guys, and
Sir.
do yourself
Thank
a
you.
favor. As we find this new year, find the new you at Winter Park Train Station.
Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
The following Best of Central Florida Makaila's Choice is sponsored in part by the Rose Plantation and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
Well, it is Best Romantic Night Out here on Best of Central Florida. And honestly, we might be missing one person. Justin could not make it here with us, but that's okay because I am joined by the owner of the Rose Plantation, Dave Andrews, for Makaila's Choice. Dave, I am so happy to be here.
Makaila, I am so pleased that you invited us into this production.
Yes, I mean, literally the moment we arrived, I could just feel the romantic energy in the air. I mean, the ambiance. This is truly kind of like a hidden gem.
It is a hidden gem. When we found this property in 2015, we thought it would be a fantastic period setting for a restaurant.
And I think when you hear period pieces, like I love, the whole era of class and, the lady of the house, and there is so much history here. Tell us just a little bit about it.
Well, the family that built this house, it was built in 1917, came down from Holyoke, Massachusetts. And they were newspaper publishers, 5 newspapers, and they settled here for their winter retreats, came down by train from Holyoke in the wintertime. I guess you could say they were the original snowbirds.
Yeah.
So yes, they built the house and lived here until 1957, and 4 other families have lived here since that time.
Wow, what fascinates you so much about this property? Because the passion when you just talk about everything, between the rooms and the entryways, and I even learned some fascinating things about the size of the doors. What really just fascinates you personally about this place?
I love the history and the personal connection. The families that have lived here over the years, 5 families have lived here, and they come visit us periodically. And from them, I've learned all kinds of things. Like the lady that told me that she was 3 years old when she started living here, and she was here celebrating her 94th birthday. I had no idea that somebody back then would be here now today celebrating with us and telling me where the kitchen used to be back then and where the kids swam in the lake and where the staff houses were. It was just amazing.
Certainly, and I think one of the things that makes this the best spot to have a romantic night out is, you have the Rose, it is called the Rose Plantation. There's history, there's things to talk about, to look at. Why should people come here and spend their romantic night out with you?
Well, I think, first of all, we strive for very high quality food. That doesn't mean it has to be expensive. It's just high quality. We have 9 dishes for under $30.
Wow, can't beat that.
No.
That's a price I like.
That's great, right? But we have a fantastic wine cellar, and we strive for something for everyone. So we have casual, elegant dining, we have relaxed dress dining, we have casual dining. So for those people who are here for their anniversaries or their birthdays or their weddings or whatever the special occasion might be, we try to give them something that makes them feel special.
Special, memorable. We were discussing earlier before we started that someone literally rode his horse up and proposed. It's just the perfect place to spend a lovely evening with your significant other or yourself. You can take yourself on a romantic night out. Why not?
And some do.
Yes. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. And speaking of the food, I know we discussed earlier, but is there anything that someone needs to try on their special night out?
Well, of course, we are known for our prime rib. Whether you want a 10-ounce cut or a 16-ounce cut, we are known for our prime rib. But we're also known for our crab cakes. And so people from Maryland come down and say, oh, we didn't know anybody outside of Maryland had Maryland crab cakes. So, we have that. We have a variety of fish offerings that people just love. And we have people that call us up and say, can you make this for me?
That's awesome.
On Friday night? Or one gentleman called up recently and said, for my wife's birthday, I would like to have Scottish salmon.
Wow.
Can you get Scottish salmon for me and make Scottish salmon? And we did.
Wow. So tell me, what's next for the Rose Plantation?
We have some interesting developments going on. We are going to be expanding some of the upstairs and opening the upstairs for dining. And we are going to have an indoor-outdoor bar up there, as well as this room that we're in right now will have a deck for dining overlooking the lake. So that's all going to be quite exciting. We'll have an elevator to get up there, so the people who come here and are challenged stairwise are going to have the means to go upstairs and enjoy the 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms that exist upstairs today.
Wow, well, Dave, you're full of so many stories. Just talking with you, I've learned so much. But do yourself a favor, if you want to have a great night out, whether by yourself or with your significant other, check out my friends at the Rose Plantation, and we'll be right back with People's Choice after this short break.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Have you been threatened by the IRS and you're feeling scared? Call me now or visit youhavepower.com.
The following Best of Central Florida People's Choice is sponsored in part by The Wine Room and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
You have spoken, the people have spoken, People's Choice for Best Romantic Night Out. And ladies and gentlemen, you got this one right. It's the Wine Room on Park Avenue. Makaila, we already love this place.
Oh, yeah.
We've been here 100 times before. So happy to be joined by the owner, Bruce. Hi, Bruce. How are you, sir?
Great, thank you.
So tell me about the wine program. We've been here so many times, the two of us, but the wine here is fantastic and really a great place to try out a lot of different wines.
Thank you. Yeah, we have 158 different wines in our wine dispensers, and they are kept perfectly with nitrogen that's pushed into the bottle and it kills the oxygen. And so you can taste these wines in perfect condition always. You can taste 1 ounce, try the wine. If you don't like it, go to the next one. And then if you like it, you can have a half a glass or a glass. And you can go from California Cabs to Australian Shiraz to French Burgundies. You can go around the world.
And it's great for a romantic night out too, because it's one thing to just sit at dinner and talk about that, but here you can go with special someone and really talk about the wine, try the wine, and you have a great tasting program as well. Tell me about your tasting events.
Well, we have tasting events almost every month where we have one winery come in. We have a cheese program that is unbelievable. There's over 60 cheeses in our program. They're here all the time. You can pair the cheeses with the wines. We have experts that do that, so that depending upon the wine, from what winery, whether it's white wine, Syrah, Cabernet, the cheeses get picked by that. We have an expert that has written 4 books on cheeses, and he is a Beard Award-winning cheese expert. And so we have, and we're downstairs now with those. We have a vault downstairs. It was an old bank vault built in 1950. It was the Barnett Bank. And we've made it into a little chateau down there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's my favorite.
It's really fun down there, but also,
Very
again,
romantic.
probably the best place for wine in Central Florida, but the food program here, outstanding. I want to bring in Chef Nathan as well. Chef, oh my gosh, this spread, we're starving, obviously. Wine forward here at the Wine Room on Park Avenue, obviously, but the food, unbelievable as well. Tell me about the food program here. What are you guys doing?
Well, when I came on board with the Wine Room here, the goal was to take a look at the menu and see how we can maximize the space we have in the kitchen and, kind of just make food that's wine friendly and caters to, a global theme, I guess, is what I was looking to do.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. The food is great. Let's start down here. This is a cheese board, I guess, cheese plate. What do you call this?
Yeah, we basically, this is like what we do here is we have mix and matches so people can come in either to get a set board, or they can select their cheeses in various numbers. They can do 1, 3, or 5. They can do charcuterie as well. So, it's basically we cater basically to their taste, preferences, or something that they've never tried before. It gives us a wide variety of options to serve them.
And how do the food and the wine work together here?
Well, it's basically, what you want to do is make sure that basically the varietal they're drinking matches with the flavors of the food. Also, try not to be too aggressive with the spices. So, there's, little things I did here and there to tweak just to make sure there wasn't any over-aggressive flavors in the food and still make the food taste good and pair well.
What do we have here?
This is our chicken tandoori. So this one's actually sous vide in-house. So we sous vide the chicken first, and then we give it a nice crust on the end with the finish and serve it with a yogurt sauce, which is a raita. So there's all kinds of herbs in there.
Flatbread.
Yeah, this is the apple and brie. This is one of our flagship flatbreads. It's been here for quite a while, and it's going to stay on the menu because it's very popular and it goes with the theme here with the cheese and all that. So.
And then what is this here? Is that salmon underneath?
Yes, this is our smoked salmon carpaccio.
Ooh.
So it's served with a lemon caper aioli and crispy shallots.
Excellent. And then finally here, this is the, what do you call it?
This would be like a charcuterie board, basically. So you have a wide variety of what we have here. So we do different types of meats to cater to different preferences. Some people don't like pork, some people prefer beef, some people, so we have our duck salami over here. We have some, different salamis, and then serrano ham and then prosciutto as well.
Unbelievable. The food here, fantastic. The wine here, fantastic. I'm so blown away by what you guys are doing here. And literally one card, you walk in, you get a card, and you can try wines at all different price points from all around the world right here at the wine room on Park Avenue. Unbelievable, guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. So good to be here. We're about to dig in, yes? About to dig in. I will be right back with Justin's Choice up next.
The following Best of Central Florida Justin's Choice is sponsored in part by Stumpy's Hatchet House Orlando and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
And finally, my favorite portion of the program, and it's time for Justin's Choice, and Justin's Choice for Best Romantic Night Out. You're going to love this one. You're not going to be surprised by this. It's Stumpy's Hatchet House. I love it here, joined by Stumpy's owners. I have Matt, Matthew, and Stella. Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing well, and yourself?
You had your, what was it? What party here?
My bridal shower.
Your bridal shower. I mean, this place is romantic. See, everyone can go to dinner and have a romantic night out, but it can get boring at times. Stumpy's is fun. This is a fun, romantic night out. I love it.
Yeah, that's right. We've had a couple really exciting, couples meet here.
We actually, we had Rob and Annie. They're a lovely couple that actually met here. They came over here for their first date. Just trying to do something out of the norm, something different, just have fun together, get to know each other on a more personal level, be able to have a conversation. And they had a great time. They have such a good time that they actually come over every year for their anniversary. It's been going on for 3 years, pretty much since we opened. They come over every year, have a bottle of champagne, throw access for an hour or two, and they have a great time.
For couples out there who go through the grind of the week, they both work hard, and it's Friday night, you can't wait to go do something. Oh, where are we going to dinner tonight? But they've never thought about going axe throwing. They've never thought of that as a Friday night out. What a great idea. What would you tell them about axe throwing? They know nothing about it. What would you tell them about axe throwing in general?
It's more of a technique than it is a skill. So if you come down here on a Friday night, you're gonna get someone like Estella here, one of our axe throwing coaches, that will sit down and make sure you know how to throw and get you tied into right where you need to be to get that bullseye.
Yeah, and it's not that difficult. I mean, yes, if you're going to be a professional axe thrower, I imagine it's difficult. But for someone who's never been, male, female, whatever, it's really not that hard, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. There's some competition, some friendly banter between boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, whatever. It can be just a lot of fun. It's not scary, though, stuff.
No, not at all, not at all. So usually, then again, people can be a little intimidated because a lot of people haven't done it before. Most people are first timers, but I'm actually one of the throwing coaches here. I help out people, give them their safety rules and everything. And it's a very controlled environment, so you can leave that worry aside and just focus on having a good time, focus on just connecting with your partner and doing something different. It's always nice and fun to break the routine, spice it up, and just, have fun, just have a good time.
And if you haven't been axe throwing, I highly recommend doing it, but there's really only one place in my mind that you should go get that start in axe throwing, and that's here at Stumpy's. The warmth, you feel like you're transported to a cabin here. Matthew, you built the place essentially with your own bare hands. Tell me about Stumpy's.
Yeah, so this was my first attempt at woodworking. So it's, we think we did a pretty good job, made the place look like you're outside of a cabin in the woods. So you get that outdoor, inside feel, get away from technology for a little bit, kind of get away from the normal grind and everything, and just have a comfortable, exciting atmosphere for our guests to come to. And then also, what better way can you judge someone's character by what beer they choose?
That's right, and you have tons of beers on draft, a big cooler full of all sorts of different beers, and wine as well. it's not just axe throwing. You can come here and have a good time as well. Your beer selection's fantastic.
Yeah, we try to keep it mostly local, Florida local beers. You know, there's everyone's heard of Bud Light, you know, something like that, but the local breweries need some love too, so we try to give it to them.
Who's the decider when it comes to what beers you carry?
That's a tough one. You know, that's an argument sometimes.
Yeah, usually he gets you know, to choose.
I was gonna say the woman's always right though.
Is that true? Is that a fact?
Always, yes.
I would say yes.
night.
I would say yes. If anything, you know, you can start throwing some axes and you can sort it out that way. See how it goes. But usually, yes.
Stumpy's Hatchet House is an amazing place. It really, really is. And again, the way I feel when I'm here, I just feel comfortable. I just feel at home. And you had not been axe throwing until recently as well. What do you think?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I love coming here. They're awesome. Stumpy's is awesome, and just like the environment, I really feel like at home. Like you feel comfortable to throw axes, which is like a weird thing to feel comfortable doing, but y'all nailed it.
Thank you.
And it's also a time where you can sit here, especially if it's maybe a newer relationship, and actually talk back and forth and banter, as opposed to that uncomfortability of being at a table at a restaurant. You know what I mean?
You can get your nervous energy out.
Yeah, you get to let loose. You get to have a good time and just show your personality. You know, you can have fun, which, you know, it's a big thing for dates.
Matthew, Stella, always a pleasure to see you guys. If you have not been axe throwing, do it now. One place to do it. It's right here at our good friend Stumpy's Hatchet House. So you feeling romantic?
Sure, kind of.
Was that your first assignment by yourself today?
I don't think it was, but I had a great time without you.
That was a lot of fun. I think it was a great show. I like to do things. You know, it's romantic to do things. That's why I like Stumpy's here. I love great restaurants. I love wine. I think it was a perfect mixture today.
It was.
You did a fantastic job as always.
Thanks. So did you. You did okay.
Yeah, Anand, thank you for coming on the road with us. Ivan, Ryan, as always. Most importantly, thank you for joining us every weekend. We'll see you again next weekend for more Best of
Central Florida. Well, I don't know why you stopped like that. Bye.
The preceding Best of Central Florida program was sponsored in part by the Winter Park Train Station, the Rose Plantation, the Wine Room, Stumpy's Hatchet House Orlando, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
Are you worried about your student loan payments? I don't blame you. The great news for you is now we have more options than ever. Go to our website, youhavepower.com, to find out what options may exist for you and your student loans.